Dawn came to the salient like a fuse being lit. Gray light over fields sown with wire and mines, the earth itself set to resist. On the 5th of July 1943, the German guns opened first, an 80-minute roar in the north, and a hammering barrage in the south, and then the Panzers nosed into the belts, dragon's teeth of steel and soil, trenches layered like tree rings, anti-tank guns waiting low behind the wheat. Tigers and Panthers rolled forward with their long-barreled confidence, but the ground bit back, mines shearing tracks, artillery stalking gaps, and counterattacks snapping at spearheads that pushed only miles where maps had promised lines swept clean. In Ponyri, the fight turned intimate, a mini Stalingrad of cellars and splintered rail yards, where advance meant a house, a room, a stairwell, and blood bought each in turn. Along the southern axis, the new Panthers burned too easily, their engines coughing fire and their first miles measured in breakdowns and smoke. Power without time can be its own defeat. Farther on, the Ferdinands killed at range with terrible precision, their 88s speaking flat and final, but when mines halted them and infantry hung back, their missing machine guns felt like a missing heartbeat, and the big hunters stood exposed beneath the summer sky. On the 12th of July, near Prokhorovka, steel met steel at breath-held distance. Rotmistrov's code words, Stal, 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 cracked over the radios, and the 5th Guards Tank Army surged from the dust, T-34s charging so close that optics blurred into flashes and silhouettes. The SS formations braced along the cell's rippling edge, guns depressed, sights full of rushing armor. Impacts rang like anvils, tracks clattered, and the field became a moving maze of smoke, where victory felt less like taking ground than refusing to give it up. By dusk, the Germans had not broken the last defensive belt, and the window for cutting the salient closed as surely as a vice reversed. Citadel ebbed, the counterstrokes began. North, at Orel, Soviet offensives pressed like a rising wind. South, toward Kharkiv, the momentum turned from held lines to opened roads. The front did not change with a single flag hoisted, but with the slow, certain tilt of initiative. Germany's last great lunge spent, the Red Army gathering stride for the long, hard push to the west. And in the fields around Kursk, where belts of wire and craters mapped the summer's geometry of war, the night after the storm was very quiet, and the mines no longer needed to speak for the earth.